Let's see if I can figure this out real quickly. Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Andrea, and this is Geeky Girls Journal. Thank you so much for coming in today, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If I have not said that before, I appreciate you spending a little bit of your time with me today, because you know what? Time is precious. You cannot get that back. So I really do appreciate the time that you're taking to spend here with me. If you are new here, thank you for coming in. Thank you so very much. I'd ask that you come in and like it. Subscribe this if you subscribe to Geeky Girls Journal if you have not already, and share this out, because you never know who this is going to help. Okay, I have one last thing to do before I get started, because I want to set something up so that I don't forget. So give me 1 second of your time. YouTubers, I see you coming in. Facebook, I see you coming in. Give me 2 seconds. I am going to attach another link so that I don't forget to put it up later. So you all just give me 1 second. And we are watching. Be sure to go to. We don't want to do that right now. Sorry, we don't want to do that right now. All right. So let me put my chat on, because I need to see the YouTubers talking. Thank you all for coming in. If you're on YouTube, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I see that we have people in YouTube or Facebook that are here, but you're probably, I see you in the bushes, or you're just hanging out, listening. You may be driving, you may be doing whatever it is. Hopefully, I'm not muted. Let me check and make sure. Okay, I'm not muted. I had issues yesterday with that, so I just wanted to make sure that you all can hear me. Good morning, Crooked Peach. How are you today? Thank you for coming in. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Crooked Peach. So, you all, I have made a decision. I've made a decision, and that is what this title is about. Okay, it's all right. I got the title this morning because I was listening to this song. Well, actually, I was thinking about it first. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to play it before I go live to give me some encouragement. So the name of the song is, and I'm going to tell you all just in case you want to listen to it, it's called Won't Let Go by Travis Green. So because that song popped in my mind, and because of the thoughts that I was having, I wanted to come on and share my thoughts and also incorporate some of those things into this live. And you all on Facebook and YouTube, because you didn't get the whole spiel before, I'm also on Instagram live. So if you see me looking up, that's why I'm looking up. I'm also looking at Instagram on my cell phone, because I'm trying to multi-stream today and do this a little bit better, because that's what we need to do as YouTubers. So, oh, guys. All right. I need to tell people about my Geeky Girls Journal book. So I need to do that now. You know what? Actually, what I will do. Hey, April Showers. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. Good morning, everybody. I see you. I'm going to put your responses up. Thank you, Crooked Peach, April Showers, and everybody else who's going to come in. All 55,000 of you that are in the building right now. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for showing up. How is your day going? I've had one of those mornings where I was able to sit down and just reflect, because I got up really early, like earlier than my kids, a lot earlier than my kids, because I knew I needed some special time with Jesus today. I just needed it. And I'm glad that I took it, because it's precious. I was talking yesterday with everybody about sitting at the feet of Jesus, and that is what I meant when I said sitting at the feet of Jesus and just getting that me time in with God, with the Father, and trying to figure things out and trying to prioritize and make sure that everything is in alignment and that, I'm focused. I try to start my day off like that and to give thanks for the things that I have, right? And give thanks and have gratitude and just give it to God, y'all. You got to give it to God. I'm learning that as I get older, this is going to be more of a vent session, I see. So if you're here for the ride, let me know. And this is also going to be relatable. So if you feel like you can relate to anything that I say throughout this live stream, please, you know what to do already. Feel free to type it in the comment section. Type what your thoughts are, because I know I'm not in this thing alone. I know that other people experience things maybe at the same time, even that I'm going through them, or maybe this is a season of their life where you've been through some of these things and you can help share information with others. So that is what I would like to do here. If you have something that you can add to this conversation, please feel free to put it in the comment section, because you never know who you can help. You never know who you can help just by adding your comment. If you would like to find anything out about geekygirlsjournal.com, please go to the website. As I said earlier, I am working on some new things. So I don't know. I'm expecting to have them done by this week. Wait, this is Thursday. So by next week, I want to have things up. Hey, Bud Files, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I see you. I see you. Don't forget, you all YouTubers, and Facebook people, if you come in, to like this, share it, and subscribe if you have not already. So what I wanted to talk about was giving up, right? Giving up. Some of us have been through lots of challenges in our lives, and you're currently going through some things and you're devastated. You might feel like, you have no way to turn. You have nowhere to turn. You have no one to turn to. Maybe you feel like you're at the point where you're just at the end of your rope and you're like, you know what? I'm tired. I quit. I'm finished. I am done with this whole ordeal. And I don't know which way to turn. So I want to encourage you all to keep going. It's not the end. It's not the end. Like, if you're still here, you still have time to make changes, right? You still have time to call for help, call for your lifeline, right? Call for your lifeline. Who is your lifeline? Your lifeline is God. Your lifeline is Jesus. Call on them to help you. And why do I say that? So as I was thinking about some of the things that, I struggle with. And a lot of those things that I struggle with are trying to get things done. And when I say get things done, I'm not saying it's a challenge for me to do a lot of those things. I'm saying it's a challenge for me to reach that goal, reach whatever that goal is that I'm trying to get to within my set amount of time. Hey, lovely Samira, how are you? I hope I said hey to everybody. Did I say hi to everybody? Yep. Hey, Bud Files. I said hi to Bud Files. I said hi to Samira. Samira, I'm also on Instagram too. So you all try to bear with me. I'm trying to do the best I can on both of these devices. So I'm looking up and I'm looking down. That's why. So anyway, some of the things I struggle with is I have lots on my plate. So trying to prioritize those things and making sure that my number one thing is at the top, because I can get so focused on doing that one thing and I can have tunnel vision and then just forget all the other things that need to be done. For example, in my business, I can get so focused on trying to make products come alive, right? And trying to put everything into creating this product because I want it to be special for the person who be receiving it. So I try to continue to put into it. And then I realize, hey, there's some things you haven't done on the back end of your business. And those things can't be neglected, right? I still have transactions that have to happen. I still have emails that I need to answer. I still have people that I need to contact in order to make my business grow and to make things flourish. So That's how things can happen in business. But also, if you look at your personal life, there may be things that you say, you know what, Lord, I have been praying about this thing. And you all going to hear me talking about this a lot until I get through this, because this is my kind of like a diary. And you all are getting a glimpse and a preview, and you're getting the behind the scenes of what really happens in a small business, of what really happens with a mother of 5 kids and a wife. So just know, just know that there are times when I'm like, I quit. I'm not doing this. I am not going to do this anymore. And it's only a fleeting thought, because I'm frustrated at the moment, or I'm like, I'm not getting the sales that I want to get, or I'm not reaching the desired target audience that I want to reach, or whatever the case may be. So then I'm like, you know what? It's just too much. It's too much. But then quickly I remember what my why is. Have any of you ever heard somebody say, you have to have a why? You do have to have a why. You have to have one, because if you don't, you will quit every time. You will quit every time. You probably be like, you know what? I quit in my mind. Me, I'm the type of person, I might be like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm not sick of this. I'm not sick of the business. I'm just sick of the of the sick of not getting to where I want to be in that specific amount of time. Does that make sense? Like, I want to be there right now. But my right now is different from what God's right now is for me. And I'm learning to accept it. It's a little bit difficult to accept sometimes, because I want it done now. But what I've learned to realize is some things, all things, it's out of my control. It's really out of my control. And I'm one of those people where I like to control the situation if I can. I like to make sure that everything is in order, ready to go. I told you all yesterday, I'm a Martha. I'm a Martha. I truly am a Martha. And I'm learning how to become more, I'm trying with the help of God to become more of a Mary. God knows I am. But that is a difficult thing to do. It's a difficult thing to do when you're used to doing, and you're used to producing and excelling. And then now you have to wait. And that waiting season, sometimes that waiting season it can be challenging. But I'm here to encourage you, as I encourage myself, to wait on God, because he knows best. There are some things that I know God is probably, not probably, God sees where I need to develop, right? He knows those things that are coming my direction. We talked about this again in a couple lives ago, where God sees all those things that are happening. He sees the big picture, where I only see what's in front of me. And I was explaining to a friend of mine the other day that I feel like I'm walking in a dark room. And I want to try to explain it to you all the way that I explained it to her. I feel like I'm walking in a dark room, and my eyes are covered, and I'm walking ahead. This is the best explanation I can get. So rock with me on this. If you have a question you don't understand, you just let me know in the comment section, okay? So I'm walking in a dark room, and say I have my cell phone. You know how you put the flashlight on your cell phone? I put the flashlight on, and I can see that which is directly in front of me. I can see, go that way. This is your goal. This is what you have to do to reach that goal. Okay, so I'm going to do it. And I go full speed ahead on that goal. I'm just moving, right? But the rest of that room is still dark. That flashlight is only lighting a portion of that room up. That is the part that, that is the part that's difficult for me, because I want to know ahead of time what it looks like and what I should be doing, which direction I should be going. Do I take the left turn, or do I take the right? Do I go this way? Do I go that way? And I even posted something on Threads yesterday, and I said something along this line. I can't remember verbatim because I don't have Threads pulled up, but I can tell you what I said. I said, I'm tired of trying to make this decision. Lord, just tell me. And I meant that wholeheartedly. I don't want to decide anymore. I just want God to give it to me. Just give it to me, right? I don't want to think about it. I don't want to have to. I just want the answer. I just want the answer right now. Right now, if I'm being honest, I just want the answer. Lord, tell me exactly what it is you want to do. And here I am trying to control the situation again, but I'm just telling you all my honest thoughts. Here I am saying, Lord, give it to me. What is it that you want me to do? You know I'll do it. So what is it? Tell me exactly what it is. You know, like Forrest Gump. I don't want to, just tell me. You say run, I want to run, right? Or you say do this, I'm going to do it. I'll write it down even. Let me write it down so I don't miss a beat, so I won't be confused, so that I can go back to this piece of paper and look at exactly what it is I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm going to do it. But it's not happening that way. It's not happening that way. And I know that the Lord is trying to take me through a process. He's trying to take me through a process where I have to give up this need to and this desire to do it all by myself and try to figure it all out by myself. And I'm telling you all, I'm tired of trying to figure it out. I just want it. Lord, just give it to me. Just tell me what you want me to know. But that hasn't happened. So I posted that on Threads, and people are like, just open your Bible and read it. It's in, well, one person in particular said, just open your Bible and read it. It's all in there. Yeah, yes and no. Yes, it is. Yes, it's in the Bible. Yes, I can get the answer from the Bible. But that answer to me felt so cliche. Now, I know, granted, I think that this person was really trying to help out and was really trying to encourage me, but that is not the answer I needed at that time. And I realized that we can do those things sometimes, especially as Christians. God's going to work it out. Okay, well, how is he going to work it out? We know he's going to work it out. I know he's going to work it out. I sit here and tell you all that all the time. I know God's going to work it out. My issue is, how is he going to work it out? How is he going to work it out? When is he going to come through? When am I going to see the results? When am I going to see the results? When are we going to move on from this particular position that we're in? We're stuck. We're at a standstill, right? So all I can say is continue to trust. Continue to give it to God. You know, yes, you have the skill set. Yes, you can do things. Yes, God has given you the talent and the gift to be able to do whatever it is, the task at hand, to be able to complete that task and to be able to reach that goal. But I think that if you're like me, you got to learn how to sit down. You got to learn how to be still sometimes, because maybe this is a time where God, you know, he wants to get the glory in the situation. So if it's something that we do and I'm like, hey, I did this, I did that, I even did this, I made this happen when I did that, I reached out to this person, I called that person heard me, then I reached out to them, then I sent this email, then I did that, then I created this product, then I did this, I did that. All these things that we did, didn't do, did, and we completed all these tasks. And then now, once things happen and things come to pass, we'll be like, yeah, I did that. But I think that not even in this, but I think that God wants us to completely surrender, and he wants to get the glory for things. And I say that because as I was thinking about the story of Martha and Mary and Lazarus, if you all know that story, it's in Luke 10, around the 41st verse. You can look at it, and God showed up, but he showed up when he wanted to show up. They called for him, and he intentionally waited. Jesus, I'm talking about Jesus. He intentionally waited and was like, no, I'm going to go on this day, right? And he came, and Martha was upset because he wasn't there. Jesus, where were you? You weren't here when we needed you. Lazarus is dead, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go into the whole story again. You can listen to it on the video before this because I don't want to waste your time. So, you know, he's dead. And if you were here, this wouldn't have happened. They're correct. It wouldn't have happened. But he had a plan. He needed to do it in a certain time frame so that God could get the glory. So I'm here to tell you, if you are struggling, if you feel like you are at your wit's end, I get it. I'm done. I'm finished. I don't want any more parts of this. Take me out of this. Lord, why are you putting me through this? If you've asked yourself anything of that nature, if you have continuously prayed and prayed about the situation and you fasted, if you just had these conversations with God, you meditated on the word, and that does not seem to work. And people keep telling you, read the word, it's there. Yeah, it is there, but I don't know where it is right now. I don't know the whole Bible from the back to the front or the front to the back. I didn't memorize the whole thing. So yeah, it's probably there. And also, you can read the Bible sometimes, and then the next time you read it, you could read the same verse and get something completely different. So maybe it's one of those situations where I'm talking about I need assistance right now, but you are the only one that can help you in that situation is God. That's the hard part. God is the one that has to help you because he created you. So he knows all of your desires, all of your wishes, all your dreams, all of the goals, everything that you've written down, everything that you said to somebody. He is the one that you have to go to. And yes, he can send you word through another person. God can use anything to give you a confirmation, right? You can read something in a book and be like, oh, that's my answer, right? Or you might be having a conversation with a friend and then they say something. I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday and she was hitting everything that I prayed about. Everything. She had no idea that I was praying about it. No idea. I didn't tell her this because I wanted to keep it to myself because I want, when this happens for me, I'm talking about anything like this 4K watch hours. You all know I'm going on this 4K watch hour on this journey, on this journey. And I'm also, I keep my small business in prayer because I want God to bless that. I don't even want to be a part of it, to be honest with you. I don't want any parts of anything if God's not involved. My whole issue is just the waiting process, right? That's my whole issue. So if you all know how to pray, pray for me because God is still working on me in that aspect, right? He knows my personality. When I feel something and if I see something and I want it, I go for it. That's it. I just go for it because I don't see that it's impossible to attain. I don't see that it's impossible because God told me all things are possible. So I'm not ever going to hold myself back from trying to reach my goals. Now, the only way I would stop is if God himself said, you need to stop. This is it. It's over. Now, I might get emotional and I might even shed a couple of tears and be like, no, God, I want this. I want to do this. But also, I have to trust that things that God says for me will come to pass because they always have. And I want to take a second to stop because I see that you all are commenting on YouTube and I'm coming to it. I just had to get that out because I don't want to forget. You all know if I don't say it right now, I will forget. So I want to go back up. Good morning. Lovely Samira. I've been trying to post every day on IG. I need set 3 time frames so people can see my ads. Yeah, I can understand what you're saying. You said 3 time frames. So Samira, looks like we're in the same boat. I don't have any ads, but I can tell you what, I'm trying my best to I'm sorry, you all, this hair is like doing something today. I don't know what it's doing. But anyway, I can understand what you're saying with trying to post every day and trying to do everything that you can do. Uh-oh, I can't answer right now. Trying to do your very best and trying to do what you know how, but it's not in our strength. It's in God's hands. Continue to do what you're supposed to do. Hey, how you doing? Hey, sister. I'm sorry, you all. I just saw one of my sisters pop up on Instagram. Hey, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Sister, I was just talking about not giving up. So I can't re-say everything I just said because I just said a whole lot. So if you are on YouTube, try to replay it, or maybe Instagram will let you replay it. Yeah, I think Instagram will if I archive it. I'm not 100% sure because I went live yesterday and I did that and it worked out. So we'll try it again. But anyway, keeping it short and sweet. I'm talking about not quitting and I'm talking about not quitting and continuing. Oh goodness notifications. Okay, I know. I'm sorry, you all. Those are notifications going off. And I can't turn them off because I have kids. So I got to be attentive. So anyway, Samira, I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. I've quit it 25 times, but I keep having. Yes. Thank you for saying that. In my mind, or like I've quit. You know what, you all, quit might be a strong word, because I just say I had to take a pause. I had to take a pause a couple times because I was like, God, like, what's happening here? Where's the movement? Like, where's the movement? What's happening? What are you trying to get me to see that I do not see right now? So yes, I have quitted 25 times, but I keep having ideas. The same thing, Samir, but for a person like me, that just reminds me that I got to keep going. In my mind, I've said, you know what? I'm tired, Lord. I'm tired. I don't know what it is you want me to do, but God, I'm going to keep going. I am going to keep pursuing this dream, because what I know, you all, is God. And hi, Daryl2626. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. But what I know is this, you all. God does not fail us. If he put that dream in your heart, if he gave you those ideas, and you said you keep having ideas, Samira, I keep having ideas. How many of you can relate to that? Do you keep having ideas? If you keep having ideas, my darling, I'm telling you, that's God's way of telling you to keep going. And that is what I hold on to, because every time that I've said, okay, I don't know what to do. Lord, I don't know what to do. Show me what to do. I don't know what to do. And I said, just like that, I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? And it may sound like, you know, frustration, because it is. It's a level of frustration that you get to, and you're like, I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? What are you asking of me? But then he gives me an idea, and I'm like, I can't quit. I just get re-energized, and I won't quit. So I understand exactly, Samir, what you're saying. Don't quit. Eventually, I know it's going to work out for our good. I know it's going to work out for our good. You just have to keep holding on. You got to keep going. If God is giving you ideas, if he's giving you visions, if he's giving you even thoughts, even if I get a fleeting thought, I'm like, oh, Lord, help me to remember that. Help me to remember that so that I can implement it. And you all, that was a great point, Samira. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's something. And I heard somebody call it a God wink, right? I would consider that a God wink, something that he says or does just to let you know he's still there. Hey, I have not left you, daughter. I have not left you, son. I'm still here. I hear you. I see you. Right. And I'm so convinced, you all, that God does not make junk. God does not do anything that is not intentional. He does not do anything that is not on purpose. So if he created you with purpose, and he was intentional about creating you, he says we are his chosen ones. Like he chose us. I told you all that in the Bible Scripture Challenge. God chose you, right? God chose you. So if he chose you, if he chose me, you know he wants you to be successful. You know he wants you to be the best person that you can be. And we become better through transformation, right? Through God's correction, through God's guidance. So if he wants all that for us, that's another reason why I cannot give up. I can't quit. And the song said, when I'm ready to give up. This is a song by Travis Green. It's called Won't Let Go. And I was thinking about this. It was just heavy on my mind this morning. And I was like, Lord, you won't let me go. You won't let me go. You won't let this thing go. And it says, when I'm ready to give up, Lord, you won't let me. That's why I titled this that. When I'm ready to give up, you won't let me. You just keep me. You keep me in your arms. You will not let me go. Right? You keep holding me. So you all, I just want to submit to you that if God is still holding you, if he's giving you those ideas, if you're sleeping and you're dreaming about things that you should be doing or creating, or whatever it is that he's asking you to do, you keep doing it. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't say, Lord, I'm too tired. I quit. That's a dream deferred. Now that dream's going to follow you, to the grave. I hear people say, there are a lot of people who had dreams that took it to the grave. I don't want to be one of those people. Do you want to be one of those people? I'm listening and washing dishes. Thank you, Crooked Peach. Thank you for staying in and hanging in here with me. Lovely Samir said, hey, Peach. Samir said, yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. Anybody on Instagram, are you still there? Are you listening? Do you have any questions? I see you. Okay, I see you all. Let me wave. Yeah, I see you all. I see you all, but more importantly, God sees you. God sees us. He sees us and he knows. He understands what we're going through. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up. I don't even know how many times I can say it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You guys, don't give up. He's going to hold you. He's going to keep you through this situation. And I say it with the same, oh my gosh, I just know God is there with you, right? He's there. He's going to carry us through it. Ooh, even if this situation may feel challenging to you, if you feel like I said, like you're at your wits' end, like you don't know your right from your left, you don't know which way to go, you're trying everything that you know how, but nothing seems to be working. Nothing seems to be working. Call on the Father, right? That's all I can tell you. That is all I can tell you because I am currently in the same boat. I'm currently in the same boat where I'm like, I feel like my hands are tied with certain things. Lord, I'm trying to do the best I can. Maybe it's that, you have the skill set, you're quite capable, you're smart enough, you're creative enough, you're unique enough, right? But you're not totally giving it to God. You gotta rely on the Father. I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to myself. Don't feel like you're in this alone. You're not. I'm right there with you. We're in the same boat. In the same boat. Rely on God, right? Rely on God. Amen. Thank you, Samira. Yeah, you are a living testimony. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible because I want you all to understand you're not in it alone. You are not the only person that is going through it. You're not the only person. I'm not the only person that's going through it. You're not. There are so many other people that are experiencing it. I'm just the person right now at this moment that God is connecting you to, that you need to hear from, because perhaps you're going through a situation right now. And I'm just the person to pop up with, frizzy hair and all. And I'm like, hey, I understand. I understand. But I want you all to do me a favor. You know what you should do? Read the story in the Bible. And again, I told you it's in Luke 10. It's also in John. It's probably in Mark, but it's the story of Lazarus, Martha, Mary, and Jesus. And I use this analogy because it's quite appropriate, because it's showing two different personalities. At least I think that Mary's personality will be more of a calm, like kind of easygoing, chill personality. I could be wrong, but that's the way I interpret it when I read the Bible, because to me, she is just sitting. And when I think about just sitting at the feet of Jesus, it's just taking in, all the love, the guidance, the instruction that he is waiting to give us. And perhaps, just like Martha, we're too busy to hear. I'm too busy to hear what he has to say. So you got to think about that. Are you too busy to hear? Are you too busy being busy? Are you busying yourself with those things that are unimportant? Or are you really trying to sit at the feet of Jesus? Are you really in tune to what he's saying to you? Are you really listening? Because there's a difference between hearing and listening. You can hear what somebody says, but did you listen? Were you able to process? Were you able to get a good understanding and clarity about what that person was really trying to relay to you? What is the message? So in that story, the message is, to me, sit. Be still, listen, allow God to be God. You're not. There's only There are only certain things you can do. Yes, plan. Yes, be diligent. Yes, do your part, but give it to God. Allow him to take the lead and watch how he shows up for you. Watch how he shows up for you. He's going to show up for me. I know he's going to show up for me because I can tell you all that I've had some no's. I've had lots of no's from God. Lord, can I do this? No, I might not have liked the no at the time, but I understood why I got that no. Hey, Tin, how are you? I see you. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Tin. Yep, Samir says, give it to God. Give it to God. Give it to God. I understand that no that I received. I understand it now. I wasn't ready for that yes. God had to develop me. God had to allow me to go through some experiences so that I can even come here and talk about some of those things, or so that I could share other experiences with others that may not be on these platforms, or so that somebody could see something in my life that is reflective of what God wanted me to learn. So we talk about a process all the time. There's a process when you're in business that you have to go through. There's a process that you have to go through in life. You have to be pruned, right? When I say pruned, you all know the people, it's a lot of gardeners here. If you garden, if you have ever pruned anything, what do? You cut that thing off in order to make something else grow back. And I have a gardener here. I should have had that gardener tell me. You do it so that you can have new growth, or so that you can get rid of the dead things, or get rid of the things that are not nourishment for that particular plant or whatever. So same thing in life. God has to prune us. God has to get rid of those things that are unnecessary, those things that are preventing us from fully becoming who he wants us to be. And that is the key, not who you want to be, but who he wants you to be, who he created you to be. And you all, I know it's exhausting. I know that you're like, you know what? I got other things to do. But really, do you? Should your other thing be what God has planned for you and what God has for you? Or are your priorities in the wrong space? Are your priorities in, I'm going to use Martha again, for example, because that's the story that I was referencing, right? Martha was busy cooking, cleaning, preparing the household for the guests because her brother had passed. Her brother passed, Lazarus. And well, he passed is what they say, but Jesus said he was sleeping. Okay. He was sleeping. So I can just imagine her working. She saw something on the floor. Oh, let me go pick that up. Oh, I got to go cook this meal. Oh, I got to put this in the oven. Oh, I have to go and clean the kitchen or the bathrooms. I have to go make sure the bathrooms are clean. I got to go make sure the kitchen is spotless. I have to go make sure the table is set. I have to go make sure that all the things are ready and that the house is acceptable for the guests. So in you trying to prepare and trying to make everything perfect, just realize that you have someone that is already preparing the necessary things, right? These things that we see, the temporary things, we see them as, oh, they're big things. I know, I see it too. I was just in here sweeping my floors like, oh, I got to mop the floor. Oh, I need to mop. It took me 2 hours to mop all these floors in this house, you all, because I was trying to prepare. I wanted to make sure the house looked just so, right? I wanted to make sure my bathrooms were spick and span. No, I couldn't just wipe them down. I had to go bleach it. Now the whole house smells like bleach. And I'm like, oh God, I got to open the windows. I can't even breathe. Now, and I know that's not the best product to use, but that's what I wanted to use at the time because I wanted things clean. Okay. So don't judge me. Whoever's going to judge me on the other end. Yes, I used some Clorox bleach and I bleached my bathroom because I wanted things spotless. I want it white. I want it clean. I want it ready. So that when my family comes home, they can say, oh, mama, look, not give me the praise, but can come into a welcoming, warm environment and a clean environment. So I can just see Martha doing the same. Like, oh no, they're not going to catch me with this house looking a mess. This house is going to be clean. The table's going to be set. The food is going to be ready. And the whole time she was upset with her sister Mary. I'm just thinking about it. You all, chime in if you had something to say about that. But she was looking at Mary like, What are you doing? Why are you just sitting here? You're not doing anything. And haven't you been in a situation like that before where you may have felt like somebody wasn't coming to your aid, or somebody was just sitting around while you doing all the work in the kitchen? You're cooking, you're cleaning. They just sitting down, lollygagging, having a grand old time, doing whatever they're doing. She just sitting down smiling or whatever, but not even concerned about helping you out. And you looking, you like, couldn't you even set the table? Can't you even sweep the floor? But the whole time she's sitting here, sitting still at the feet of Jesus. And then to make matters worse, Martha sees Jesus, right? And she says, you weren't here. You know, she goes into that whole thing where she's trying to check Jesus. First of all, how in the world you check Jesus? I don't know. That just tells me that they were really close friends. If you thought you could check Jesus and she did, Jesus, where were you? I didn't see you anywhere. Or why you come so late? You know what I mean? Like, why didn't you come when I called for you? We called for you 3 days ago, 4 days ago, whatever it said, whatever the detail was. We called for you. You didn't come. She was trying to control it, wasn't she? She was trying to check him. You didn't come. You weren't there. That's how we are sometimes. That's how I am sometimes. Lord, where were you? I called you 10 days ago. You were nowhere to be found. I didn't see you. I needed this product out yesterday. I needed your help. Where were you when I asked you what to do with these kids, Lord? Where were you when I asked you, how to deal with my spouse? Where were you when I asked you how to proceed in this business? You were nowhere to be found. Well, guess what? It's not going to happen in our time. It's God's timing. He comes right on time too, doesn't he? He comes right on time. It's an old song. He may not come when you want him, but he's right on time. So that's where we are. And then, like I said, to make things even worse, what did God say to Martha? You are worried about something that doesn't even matter. But Mary here, Mary, she's on the right path. She's actually thinking about the things that are a priority. She's thinking about the things that mean something. You're worried about cooking, cleaning, dusting, setting everything right for people, but you haven't taken the time to listen, to direct your attention to me, and to cast your cares right here. I'm right here waiting, and you have not taken the time. You all, I notice some of you are like, what does this have to do with giving up? What does this have to do with giving up? What's it have to do with the title? When I'm ready to give up, Lord, you won't let me. This has everything to do with the title, because God's not going to let you give up. Neither am I. Neither am I. If you ever come into this chat and you say, Geeky Girls Journal, I want to do blah, 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 guess what I'm going to do? Encourage you to do it. Do it. I'm going to encourage you to do it. So I hope that, this message touched somebody, not even this message, but this testimony, this experience, this reality is going to help somebody. And I want to see. Oh, Samira, I want to share that if you don't mind. I have shared my story, but not the whole thing. But I can tell you some situations I have been through, I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for God. It wasn't for God. I know if it wasn't for God, that's it. If it wasn't for God saving me, that's it. We got to give it to God, you all. And I know there are more of you that can relate, that say, if it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for God on your side. Hey, how you doing, Boomville Papa? Hey, how are you? I was just giving this whole story. I don't know if you were listening in the sideline, the bushes, we call it on YouTube and Instagram, but I can't give a whole spill. I can't re-say what I said because it was a whole 44 minutes worth. So once I stop this, I'll probably stop it in a minute. Then if you had the time, just go back and replay it. And I know you're going to get something out of it. It's pretty relatable. It's pretty relatable. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just ask me. I'm going to try to archive this and save it to Instagram, and we'll see what happens. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. And for you all, lovely Samira, thank you. Yep, I had that happen a lot with my siblings. Yeah. So again, if you feel like you are out there on the limb by yourself and you just don't know which way to go. You've tried everything possible that you can think of. You're like, my hands are washed of this situation. Hey, Keisha, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Keish. Oh, not Keish. I'm sorry, Keish. Keisha, we already established we're not going to call you Keish. Okay, we're going to call you Keisha. So I'm sorry, you all who have just come in. I said a lot within this 45 minutes. I don't want to re-say it because the people who have been here listening already, they're going to be like, you already said that, Geeky Girls. We get it. Stop riding dead horse. Oh, no, not riding the dead horse. What's it called? Stop riding the horse or whatever they call it. Beating the dead horse. That's what it is. Don't beat the dead horse. I think I got it. Okay, do you really have it? I want you to get it. You all. This is what I do. When I find myself doubting or I find myself unbelieving, that's really what it is. It's unbelief. If I find myself in a situation where I'm like, God, what's happening? What are we doing? I have to quickly reprioritize and say, Andrea, it's not about you. Never has been. It's not about you. It's about Jesus. What are you supposed to be doing in this situation? Samira, right? I'm just being honest, you all know. I don't know another way to be. I'm just saying, if God, hey, Cal. Hey, how you doing? I see you drop that GGJ. Thank you so much for doing that. Everybody connect. Pretty colors. You like this green? I love it. It's two of my favorite colors together, green and pink. I love them. I love green and pink. So Cal, oh my gosh. I don't know how much you heard, Cal, but I said a whole lot. You already know. You know I say a lot in the live. So I said a lot in the 45-minute period. I was basically, I can try to paraphrase it, but I'm trying not to take extra time from those people who are sitting here. And I know, people can come in when they come in. So it's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just that you just came in right now or whenever. So basically, this is about not giving up. I know the title says, when I'm ready to give up, Lord, you won't let me, because that is exactly how I feel right now. Lord, you won't let me give up. Every time I'm like, I don't see the money that I want to make. I might as well just be honest with you. I don't see the money I want to make. I put a lot more into the business than I'm getting out. And I know they talk about being in a red your first few years, but I've been at this for a little while. And I'm like, Lord, I put this into that. I put a lot of time into it. I put a lot of energy. I put a lot of effort. I take a lot of time away from my family. I make sacrifices. And people say, make the sacrifices. You're going to have to do things you don't do. Yeah, you do things you don't do. I do things that other people don't do because I want it to be successful. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it open. Come on, who are we kidding here? Like, I would not have a business if I didn't want it to make money. I would not have a business if I didn't want to reach others. If I wasn't on mission, right? If I didn't have a mission, if I didn't have a why. So for those reasons, it keeps me going. Those are my whys. You all are my why. You all are my why when you show up, when you support these shenanigans, when you come in and you listen and you're like, hey, Geeky Girls Journal, and you give me motivation. You're my why. You're one of the reasons, right? My kids, my family is my ultimate reason. That's my why. Why? Because I want my girls to see that mommy tried. I want my girls ultimately to know that they are blessed, that God is good, that God is a good God, that he created them to be fantastic, that he created them to be fearful, that he created them not fearful, fearless, that he created them to be who he wants them to be. And in time, they are going to figure it out, just as I am figuring things out, just as you are figuring things out. I want them to know that they are beautiful, that they're smart, no matter what other people say about them. It doesn't matter what they say. It matters what God thinks. It matters what God thinks. What's God think about you? What does God think about what you're doing? Are you doing it to the best of your ability? Are you putting forth your best effort? Because everything that you do, you all do realize that it's supposed to be as if you're doing it for God. So let's try to change things up a little bit. If you are saying, okay, Geeky Girls Journal, you said we're supposed to do it as if we're doing it to God. It's in the Bible. Google it. You'll find where the scripture is. I can't tell you exactly what scripture, what verse, what book of the Bible is in right now, but it's in there. I'm telling you. So don't take my word for it. Just go look it up for yourself. But if God wants us to be the very best that we can be, you got to put forth your best effort. We have to. We can't quit at the drop of a hat. We can't just be like, you know what? I give up. It's not working. This is not working. This one thing I did is not working for me. I'm sorry, you all. This hair is just like doing what it does. Okay, it's not working for me. I'm tired. I can't do this any longer. Don't get tired. Push, because the person that endures to the end, it's not about how strong you are. It's not about how smart you are. It's not about how skilled you are. Yeah, you need some skills to do things. Yeah, you need to be smart. You need to be able to comprehend and process information. But can you endure? Are you patient? Or you might be like me sometimes, impatiently waiting, right? God's working on me. And I see some drastic changes where the Andrea a month ago was not patient, but now I see a lot of patience. I'm like, man, I get it, God. You know, you started this with me a little while ago, and I'm starting to, I see it. I see that I'm becoming more patient. I see that I am becoming more of what God wants me to be. Transformation. So I said all that again, and I will continue to say it every time I come on here. And also, you all who are on YouTube, listen to me. You're gonna see a lot more of my face, because apparently YouTube wants me to be here, because they want me to get my hours are moving. You know, they're always moving slowly. So that must mean YouTube wants to see more of my face. So we're gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give it to you, YouTube. You want to see more of my face? And here you go. Yep, there's no other way. Let me see what Samira has said. Let me scroll up, because I know that you all have said something in the chat. And okay, GGJ, pretty colors. Thank you. I got that. Yep, there's no other way. Yeah, I should. You know what? YouTube friends, Facebook friends, give me 1 second. Instagrammers, I will see you all on another day. I'm not sure when I'm going to go live again there, but who knows? Only God knows. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to DM me or leave them in the comment section of one of my posts. I will see you all in the next video. Bye. Yes, end. Okay, so I had to end the Instagram live to talk to you all for a little bit longer. I don't know. I don't know if they're ready for all of it on Instagram with me, at least. You all already know. So I cut it short. Yep, it's no other way. Watch the replay, y'all, coming in. Yes, yes. Thank you, Samir. Watch the replay, y'all. Watch the replay. I need to tell my daughter. Okay, so okay, so you all bear with me for 5 seconds. Okay, let me do this, because I cannot neglect my babies because I'm on here. So let me tell them. Okay, so I had this thing called 5 kids, and they need their mamas. They need their mama. Have you all ever been in a situation, YouTubers, where you are like, I want to be a blessing. Well, I want to be blessed to the point where I can be a blessing to others. That's what it is that I want to talk about. Have you ever felt like I want to be so blessed that I can be a blessing to other people? And let me explain to you what I'm talking about. That is also another reason why I want Geeky Girls Journal to be successful, because I don't want it to just be for me. I want to be able to bless other people. If somebody calls me and says, I need $1,200, I need it. I can't afford to pay this bill, and they're going to shut my lights off, or, you know, they're going to do something. I want to be in a position where I can say, hey, I got it. You can have it. Here it is. But I cannot be in that position if I'm not making that kind of money. I can't do it. I can't be in that position if I'm not making that kind of money. So that's one of my prayers. That's one of my goals, to be able to make enough so that I can bless others that are in my life. Now, I'm not saying I'm just going to be passing out $10,000 here and there all willy-nilly. What I'm saying is I just want to be a blessing. And God lays something on my heart to give it to somebody, I want to be in a position where I can just give it, no thought about it. No, okay, let me think about this bill that has to be paid. Oh no, the kids need this. Oh, tuition is due. I have 2 tuitions that I have to pay. 3 actually, 3 tuitions in this household. So no, that's gonna be 20, 40, 60. Oh, I gotta pay 60. I can't do that. So I don't know if I can give it to you. No, I want to be able to say, I have it. I can give it to you. When do you need it? I can give it to you right now. Zelle, what do you want? That's the kind of position I want to be in. Take your time. Thank you, Cal. Thank you. Cal says, blessed are those who have not seen and still believe. Oh, see how you all just blessed me coming in here? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We, are here to motivate each other and to encourage each other, right? You'll pull through. I believe it. I believe it. I'm telling you, I remind myself daily, it's going to work out. It is going to work out. We have no choice but for it to work out. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. And I don't know. I just wanted to be transparent today because, like I said, I know that other people are or maybe going through the same situation where they're like, I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing what I know how to do. And Lord, I'm just waiting for you to come through, right? I'm just waiting for you to come through because you know what? I've never seen the seed begging bread. Never. I'm talking about myself. God has never left me. I've always had something to eat. I've always had clothes on my back. I've always had shelter. I've always had all those things and more. But, no, but I've always had those things. So when you say you will pull through, I absolutely 1,000% agree because God has not ever failed me. God's never going to fail me. Hey, Shantirement, how are you? Hey, Shantirement, how are you? Hey, she said, what's happening? Hello. Dropped in to show support. Thank you so much for dropping in to show support. I love it. There is way to go live with IG and YouTube at the same time. I know, but Cal, it's okay. You all know. I have the free version of Restream. Okay. I don't want to pay for it. Hopefully Restream is not going to hear me and be like, okay, we're going to boo her. But I want the free version because I don't want to pay for another subscription. I have money coming out here, there, and everywhere. And I'm just trying to cut costs where I can to make things make sense and also to preserve my funds. So I don't want to pay for the platforms like StreamYard or Restream. I just want to do it on a free version. Now, with the free version, you don't get all the perks that you get with the upgrade, of course, because you're paying. So on this free version of Restream, I can stream in 2 places. And the 2 places I chose today were Facebook and YouTube. Okay? Because I can do Instagram, but also when I try to stream on IG on this platform, it's taking me through a lot of loops to do it on Instagram. I had to put the key in and then go over there and do this and do that. And I just wanted to drop it like it's hot and come on in here in this live. So I was like, you know what? I'll just stream it on my phone. Plus, like I said, I only had 2 options. So I chose Facebook and I chose YouTube. If they let me do 3 at the same time, I still will put Instagram in there. I still will do it. But the one time that I did do it, I thought it was going live on Instagram and it didn't. I guess I didn't put the key in or didn't accept something or didn't something. I didn't do something right. I don't know what it was that I did not do, but I did not do something properly, whatever it is that they asked me to do. And also they have so many new upgrades on Restream because I was going back and forth between StreamYard and Restream. So when I came back to Restream, I found out that they made all these updates that I didn't know about. So I was sitting there like, okay, let me do this, this, and that. They asked me to put details in 4 times. Details, the description, the title, and I'm sitting here typing all this stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it again. I'm just take this. So that's why, Cal. But thank you. And I know maybe I'll figure it out later and then I can share with you all what I did and have this discussion. But yes, you can go live with IG and YouTube at the same time. That's the way that I know how to do it. If it's another way, please let me know. Please let me know. But I know you can do it through StreamYard. Pretty sure you can do it through StreamYard. I know you can do it through Restream because I actually went back and forth between, okay, should I put it on Facebook or should I do it with Instagram? So my Facebook was already connected because I was doing it that way before. You all remember I was on Facebook and YouTube, multi-streaming it. So it was already set up. I just had to go back in and approve some things and redo some things, and boom, we're here. So that's why. Yes, she said. Oh, you are. It's at 59 minutes and 52 seconds. Yes, all the time. Yes, all the time. Whatever you're saying yes to, Samir. And yes, she said it was something I said probably minutes ago. So I don't know. How are you all doing today? I feel like I was on here just unloading, but I really want to share that with somebody who may need it. Because we're all going through different challenges in life. So that is my challenge for right now, learning to be still. So if you all see a whole bunch of things on being still, just know that I'm in the process of waiting and trying to wait. How else can I say it? I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting, and I'm waiting for God to show up and wait for him to show his face. I already know he's in the background. I already know he's behind the scenes. Just because I don't see him working does not mean he is not at work. I know better than that. I know better than that. I know he's at work. He's always at work on my behalf. In fact, like Samir said earlier, without God, where in the world would I be? I would be a nothing, a nobody. I would be doing nothing. So I know that God is there with me through it all, and I know that he wants the best for me. So all I have to do is wait. I got to be more Mary. That's what it is. I have to be more Mary and learn how to sit, which is going to be a challenge for me. I can't lie to you all. It's a challenge to have to sit and wait. You know, it's a challenge, but I trust. I have to trust. I have to trust God and know that he is who he says he is, because he is who he says he is. I trust that. I know God is who he says he is. So I have to be still. Point blank, period. I got to be still. I'm still going to be doing the things, but I got to be still and let him do what is best for me in this situation. So, like I said, somebody earlier told me, read the Bible. The other person was just like, pray, pray, pray. And I'm like, yeah, I do all those things. But like I said, maybe this is one of those situations where God is like, yeah, you're doing the things. You're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, but you're not waiting for me. You haven't given me the control. You haven't completely given it all up to me. So until I give it up to him and stop trying to do this and do that and make this happen and make that happen, then, maybe it's going to be what it's going to be. I don't know. So, if you all can relate to this, if you can relate to this at all, let me know. Let me know. Yes, I don't know. You had to. Yeah, you have to pay. You have to pay for StreamYard. I heard it went to $45 a month. I don't pay for StreamYard. I'm on the free version. I'm not paying for Restream. I'm on the free version. If they should ever decide that they don't want to offer a free version anymore, I guess I'm just going to be on YouTube streaming from YouTube platforms, because that is free. And that is the way that I will go, because I have devices over here. I can figure things out. If I can't do it on multiple streaming, then I guess I'll have a cell phone on one side. I'm going to have a tablet set up on another side. I'll have my laptop set up right here. I might have a desktop, but I'm going to stream still. it's still going to happen. Hey, Chris, how are you, Chris? Chris, thank you for checking on me the other day. And Chris said, hey to lovely Samira. So any questions, comments, or concerns from you all? Because I'm at an hour and 3 minutes. I don't want to talk your heads off today. Plus, I might have to come back, because I told you, YouTube want me to come back, apparently, because I still don't have a 4K. So they want to see more of me. Which means that you all are going to see more of me. So, hello. Hello, how you doing? Never heard of Restream. This Restream, Cal, is what I'm on right now. This is Restream's platform. And if you look right there, see right there, that's Restream. So Restream is like StreamYard, if you know anything about StreamYard. So with Restream, you can get on and you can do videos outside of using YouTube's platform to go live. You can go live through StreamYard, through Restream. There are probably other ones they have. I think it's called like OBS systems. I'm not really that familiar with those. I did look into it years ago, but then quickly found these and I was like, oh, this is easier to maneuver and I'm just going to do this for now. So yeah, you have other platforms that you can use to stream on, and Restream is one of them, and they offer the free version. So I have a free version. If you are ever considering going live with somebody else, then you would want to use Restream or StreamYard or one of these platforms where you can, invite guests up. They give you a link and then you can invite those guests up. But if you are just, on there by yourself and you want to just stream, then you can just use the YouTube platform because you don't need all the bells and whistles. This just gives you like a lot of different things that you can do. I'm sorry, my eyes are itching. A lot of different things that you can do in order to meet whatever those needs are. Like if you want to have the extra graphics, if you want to have multiple sources, if you want to share your screen, if you want to put songs in the background. I don't do that here because I talk a whole lot, so I don't know if you all be distracted with the music in the back, but you can do that. So and it's music off of this system. So also I'm like, it says it's royalty free, I think, but I don't really want to take that chance with YouTube because YouTube's like, don't use that music unless we approved it. So I'm not really trying to not follow the YouTube guidelines. I want to be a partner. So I'm gonna follow the guidelines if I want to be here. Never heard of Restream. Yeah. Oh, you didn't notice it? Yeah, it's right there. I'm glad you didn't notice it because I'm always thinking, is that a distraction? Like that's a distraction. I tried to X out of it, like to have them clear it, but they won't let me. They won't take that watermark off unless I upgrade it. So that's a tip. If you ever using Restream, you're on a free version and you want to get rid of that, that Restream logo right there, you can't do it unless you pay. You can't do it unless you pay. Believe me, I've tried. I tried to put the Geeky Girls Journal logo up there and they were like, no, sis, not today, not tomorrow, not unless you pay. So it's going to be there. I can, you know what? That's not going to make me want to upgrade it just to take that off. I don't care. I'm not going to pay for it. If I can have it for free, if it's up there, that's fine. They can get the benefits of me streaming too. Yeah, I use Restream. There it is right there. Whoop, there it is. I'm not going to pay unless I have to. So, as I said before, you'll find me multi-streaming on all my different devices. I have a lot of devices in this house. I'll just prop them all up right around this laptop and talk to all the different cameras if it were to come down to that. But as of now, Restreaming now, we're good to go. We're cool. So that's why I'll be. Hey there, Kenneth. How are you, dear? No, hope you're well, dear. That's from Keisha. Hello, Cal. How are you? Thank you all for hanging in here with me. Anything that you all need to talk about, we're still in the middle of the Bible Scripture Challenge. This is the 17th day. So if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, if you don't have time, I completely understand. This is more of a, getting into the routine of reading the Bible for 30 days. That's what it is. And I just wanted to do it in exhibited so that if somebody wanted to join, they're like, hey, I see her on there every day putting this Bible scripture up. Maybe I want to do it. Okay, so then you do it. Just do it. That's it. What else? Oh, I had an idea right before I came on live, y'all. I want to share with you all before I forget, so you can remind me. And I'm gonna write it down. But I was listening to this video years ago. Well, maybe 2 years ago or last year, somewhere in there. Point is, I was listening to this video about, and it was a billionaire, and I had his name written down. It's not in this notebook. It's in another notebook. I have several notebooks with notes all in it. And I wrote the billionaire's name down. Point is, he's a billionaire. And somebody asked him if he could give one tip to people to be successful. What would that tip be? The question was something like that. Like, what piece of advice would he give people? And I wanted to share with you all. And I think I want us to do it. I want us to do it together. And I'm going to tell you what it is. You can make the decision if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, that's okay. You don't have to. I'll do it by myself, but I'm going to do it. So I'm thinking in the month of November, This is October, and we have roughly 15 more days or so to go, 15, something like that, roughly. So, oh, I'm cool. So what I'm thinking is, okay, so what the business mogul, apparently, because he's a billionaire, what the billionaire said was write your goals down for 30 days straight. He said, write them down for 30 days, not write one goal down. Well, if you have one goal, you write that one goal down, not write it down for one day. You got to write it down every day for 30 days, right? Write it down, whatever your goal or your goals are, write that goal down every day for 30 days, right? And I was thinking about this and I was like, okay, so I could see how that would make sense, because they say what, it's 21 days to develop a habit. So if you write this thing down 30 days, whatever your goal is for 30 days straight, you're going to eventually start believing it. And you're going to eventually start seeing yourself as that person that you want to become. Like, say you write down, I want to be a millionaire, or not I want to, you got to say it as if you are. I am a millionaire. If you write down, I am a millionaire, you write that thing down 30 days, 30 times, because it's 30 times if you're doing it 30 days. If you write it down, if you write it down 30 consecutive times, 30 days, you're going to see it for that whole month, and you are going to start believing it. And I think when you believe it, you're going to start moving towards that goal. That's where your focus is going to be. Do you all understand that when you see certain things, that draws your attention to that thing, and then now you're going to focus on moving toward that goal, and you're going to do the things that you need to do to make that goal happen. So 30 days. 30 days, I'm thinking November. There are 30 days in November. We're going to write down our goals every day for 30 days. And if you all want, if we want to be accountable to each other, some accountability partners, you're going to be mine, then we can show up every day at the same time, sit down with a pad and a pen and write down our goals. It might take 5 minutes. It might take some of you 10, whatever. Write those goals down every day, 30 days. Who's in? You don't have to tell me right now. You can make that decision for yourself. I just want to put it out there because I'm doing it even if nobody else does it. I'm going to write my goals down every day for 30 days. And I want to see it happen. And also it's going to get in your, subconscious and conscious. And, I feel like that's also in alignment with what it says in the Bible, where it says, write your vision, make it plain. So if these are some of your goals and you can envision yourself doing these particular things, maybe that's why they said that. Write your vision in the Bible, write your vision, make it plain. Well, this person said, and he's a billionaire, he said, write your goals down 30 days straight, 30 consecutive days, write your goals down. I'm going to do it. I'm not a billionaire, but those are words from a billionaire. And if I want to become who I say I want to become, I'm trying everything that I need to do in order to make those things happen. Now, I know that they will happen with God, because with God, all things are possible. All things, not some things, all things. So if I had to take that extra step and put aside 5 or 10 minutes of my day to write down those goals, I'm going to do it. I'm telling you all so I can be accountable. So in November, I'm going to do, I'm going to do, I don't know, 30 days of goals. If you all think of a catchy title that you want me to use, just let me know. DM me, or put it in the community tab, put it under this video, If you all think of something that we can call those 30 days of goals in November, let me know in the comment section and we'll just take it from there. And if you have any more questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. All right, well, guess I gotta go. Let me see what Keisha said, and then we're out of here. We're gonna be out of here. I relate to all that you say, Andrea. I think we all do in some form or fashion. Thank you, Keisha. I think you were saying something else, but it cut you off. Glad you are well, Cal. Okay, is that everybody's comment? Because I want to make sure I read all your comments before I leave. I don't see any more. So I thank you all for coming in and spending this time with me. I really do. It means a lot to me that you would come in and spend a part of your day here. So if I have not said it before, I want to make sure that it's absolutely clear. I appreciate you. And thank you all for going on this journey called life with me. Thank you all. This is the absolute best community Keisha, Cal, Samira, Kenneth, the best community on YouTube. So if you are listening to this in Team Replay and you are not a subscriber, join on in. Come on over to this side. Join in on the fun and come be transparent and vulnerable and share, because sharing is caring. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Probably will be later on this afternoon because, like I said, YouTube wants me here, so I need to be here. If it's not, just know that I'm busy with the girls. They have a half day today, so I got to go pick them up. All right, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. geekygirlsjournal.com to make purchases for the special girl or woman in your life. We have books and motivational merch. Check us out.